We have to determine what this shape is. Looking off of the 6 shapes that we have,
rhombus.
We want to say if it's a quadrilateral, a trapezoid.
Parallelogram.
You know what? I want to get your notes now. That one. Sorry. Go to this one. What shape is this?
Square. It's a square.
Is it? What do we need to know if it's a square?
All 4 sides are the same, which means all the angles are going to be the same.
But do they tell us that in the picture?
No.
No, we cannot assume. Okay, so why is it a rhombus?
Because it doesn't have any angles, it just has.
Yes, it just has the sides labeled, so this would be a rhombus.
So mathematically it's a rhombus, but...
Looking at the next one here, what do we know about the shape?
It is a trapezoid.
Why do you say that? What do we know?
It has 2 bases.
Has 2 bases. Okay, we have base 1, base 2. What's the given information that they tell us?
The 2 on the top is
Is that what we want for a trapezoid? Yep, remember base angle pairs are the same. They're both connected to the same base and they are congruent, so this one is a trapezoid. Okay, skip this one, go to this one. Can we determine that this is a square?
Yes.
Yes.
Sort of.
No.
Can we for sure say that this is a square? Hiram, why are you shaking your head no? Right, we don't know anything about the sides, right?
Rectangle.
So we cannot determine if this is a square because the only thing we know is about the angles. We know nothing about the sides. So in order to know if it's a square, we need to have those angles on the side. Okay, you have to have both.
So we draw those.
Next one, it wants to know if this is a rhombus. What is the one thing we know about a rhombus?
It has to have 4 congruent sides.
Has to have 4 congruent sides. Do we know anything about the sides? No, so this is not a rhombus. Couple more. Actually, I think this is the last one. It wants to know if this is a trapezoid.
No, it's not.
Why do you say no?
Because there's 2 right angles, and actually it might be a trapezoid.
So I'm going to fill in my bases. We have base 1 and base 2 here. What do we know about a trapezoid? What are the 2 things we wrote down?
Oh, it's not because the base 1 angles have to be the same and base 2 angles have to be the same.
Right. The base 2 angles are 60 and 90. But what do you know about base angles? They have to be the same, so this is not a trapezoid. Questions over those? All right, last section of chapter 6 is talking about all the shapes put together. Okay, today we're going to be determining what shape is which. Okay, so before we do that, I want to go through all the ones that we've talked about. There's 6. Okay, we're going through 6. I'll get us started. One of them we've talked about a little bit, but not a lot, is the basic one, quadrilateral. Okay. What do we know about a quadrilateral? It has 4 sides. That's the only thing we know about a quadrilateral. So all those times we've been putting no, it's a quadrilateral instead of a no. Okay? Because if it's a shape that has 4 sides, remember, it's still a polygon, and we name it based off the number of sides it has. So if it's 4 sides and it has nothing special to it, it's a quadrilateral. Okay, so that's the only one we know about. So quadrilateral would be some shape that's random. That's 1 out of the 6. Can someone name me another one
Square.
that we've learned? Square's 1. What do we know about a square?
That's 4 sides that are the same with equal angles.
4 congruent sides. What do we know about the angles? 90 degrees. 90 degrees. So we have 4 congruent sides, and we have 4 right angles. So if I drew myself a square, we have 4 right angles and 4 congruent sides. Okay, what was another one? We got 2 out of the 6.
Rectangle.
Rectangle.
I already was done.
Okay, what do we know about a rectangle?
2 pairs of equal sides.
2 pairs of congruent sides, 4 right sides.
2 pairs of congruent sides. And what was the other one?
4 right sides.
4 right, not sides, angles.
Oh. Oh.
Who's making Paul stuff? Moses is making Paul stuff.
So we have 2 pairs of congruent sides, and then we have 4 right angles.
Is the last one rhombus?
We have 3 out of the 6. We need 3 more. What'd you say, Jordan?
Rhombus.
Rhombus is 1.
Rhombus.
What is the only thing we know about a rhombus?
4 congruent sides.
Has 4 congruent sides. Okay, that's 5 out of the 6.
Parallelogram.
Or that's 4 out of the 6, sorry. Parallelograms 1.
I don't have enough room.
What do we know about a parallelogram?
2 parallel lines.
2 pairs of parallel sides.
Yep, 2 pairs of parallel sides. What else do we know about a parallelogram? What do we know about its angles?
Same.
All of them?
No, 2 are the same, 2 are different.
Which 2?
Opposite.
Opposite
Or cross, like diagonal ones.
angles are congruent.
There you have it.
Bless you.
You're welcome.
So parallelogram, we have our parallel lines. Remember, the arrows symbolize what? Parallel lines, yep. And then opposite angles cutting across the shape are congruent to each other. Remember, acute goes with acute, obtuse goes with obtuse. What if we have an acute and an obtuse angle? What do they add up to?
180 degrees.
180 degrees, yep. We got one more, the one that we learned yesterday. Trapezoid. What do we know about a trapezoid?
1 pair of parallel sides.
Yep. 1 pair of parallel lines. What do we know about their angles?
They add to 360.
All of them add up to 360. Okay, which ones are the same?
The
2 ones that cave in.
Ones next to each other. How do I want to write that?
Man.
Nope. Base pair angles are congruent. Why did I put base pair? What?
Because there's 2 bases. There's a top and a bottom base.
The angles with the top base are congruent. The angles with the bottom base are congruent. Oh. So remember, we have 1 pair of parallel lines. And then we have our congruent angles that are connected to our base. Remember, base 1, base 2. Okay, those are the 6 shapes from this chapter that we are going to be talking about. Okay, these shapes are going to be the ones that you determine which shape is which on your worksheet and on the test. Okay? Next Wednesday. Any questions on this? I will bring this back up later, but does everyone have this written down for right now?
Yeah, barely.
Okay, I'll give you a little bit of time. Shapes from chapter 6.
Nope.
Okay.